In Unit 3, you're going to begin your final project, and actually you're not going to add anything to your final project, but you're just going to watch videos that explain to you how to complete the assignment. And so you will be able to get this second language reading acquisition plan or template by going to Course Resources, under Assignments, and it's here. So this video just explains about the planner in general and how you will complete it. And then the following videos will be more specific about where to get the information to complete the planner. So the planner was created with a couple of things in mind. First of all, for the final project, but also something that you could use as a resource outside of the course while you're working with second language students in your classroom. And it provides a nice plan so that you can identify the academic standard, the topic you're covering, and the activity, as well as this piece in here. And I'm going to explain this all to you right now. The name of the student is immaterial for the final project. However, outside of the class, you might want to consider putting the student's name as you complete this template. The grade level is absolutely imperative because the grade level is 100% related to everything that is done in here. These are the reading proficiency standards for second language learners. And it's social and instructional, language arts, math, science, and social studies. These are optional to complete in the course. You might already know them. You might know where to locate them. If you don't, you locate them either in the student's file or you go to your second language, your ESOL teacher. They're not, as I said, they're not required in this course because you're going to complete all of them. However, if you were doing this outside of the course and you had identified for the student, let's say they were already at, let's say they were at entry here. So you would know that you would begin at the entry level. And so if they were at the developing stage, you would know that they were at the developing stage. And so you would know what they could do at that particular place of reading ability. But this is not required in this assignment. It's just there after you take the course, whether you want to use this or not. Now you'll also know that across here we have the different levels. And then we also have down here, we have the standards. In here is what you're going to be completing. Now the template is set up so that you could do 2 levels at once. However, because in the course, Unit 4 has you completing entry first, and then Unit 5 you're doing emerging and develop, you're going to do them in separate methods. So for example, in Unit 4, you're just going to do entry. And you might want to consider deleting these. So you just have entry, and so it's not confusing for you. And you would just complete this side. Now, in Unit 5, you're going to complete emerging. And so you might want to consider taking it and moving it over here. And then you're going to complete develop. So you might want to get rid of those and just move it over here. And that way it keeps you focused. You might even want to highlight it. It's up to you. It just makes it stand out for you. However, in Unit 4, you're going to be doing entry. And so that's what you could be, that's what you just want to have here. Now, you're going to fill out this, and this is what the other videos will explain. AS stands for the academic standard. You'll use Common Core standards or whatever standards your district uses. And what you'll do is and it'll be related to social and instructional, or it'll be related to language arts or math and so forth. And it'll be related to the grade level that you currently have, whatever the grade level the student is. And you'll add the academic standard by number and copy and paste the standard actually in here. And you'll change the font so that it doesn't, overpower the overall template. And you have plenty of room to do so because you can just go downward like that. Now, I do want to say something here. The different levels here, you can have a student at the 9th grade level and be at the entry. And you could have a kindergarten at bridge. So this is not indicative of grade level. This is indicative of language proficiency levels. So you want to keep that in mind because that's very important to know. So that the AS is the academic standard. The topic is, what is the topic of your activity? You have your academic standard. You know it's in the social and instructional area. What is the topic? Again, I have a video that will explain that. The activity is, you create the activity. And there are resources that you need to consider when you create the activity. And that, again, is an additional video that will be shown. Once you have your activity completed, you're going to come down here and you're going to identify whether it's related to the alphabetic principle, fluency, or comprehension. And all you'll do is, after you complete the activity, whatever it is, you're going to put a parentheses and you might put fluency, or it might be the alphabetical principle and comprehension, or whatever it is, that's what you'll put in there. And that demonstrates to me that you understand the concept in relation to what you're creating, as well as outside of the course. It'll help you to understand what you are addressing. So that is how to complete this template in a nutshell. And as I said, each unit that you complete, you're going to have a new one of these. You're just going to save it under entry, save it under emerging, develop for the next one, and so forth. And you'll have all these separate documents that you will turn in at once at the end of the course.